Good morning, everyone. This is the Amir Shakur Speaks morning show, and hopefully everyone has had a good evening. You got your rest. Coming to you from the heart of the city in the ABS studios, and it's Wednesday, April 2nd. April 2nd, yeah. Or is it April 1st? April Fools. Hey, listen, we're powered by Amir Shakur Speaks ASN News and redefining what it means to live, lead, and prosper in your community. Remember that live long and be prosperous? Okay, we get the message. So, coming to you, no filters, no scripts, just the uncut truth. You're rocking with the sharpest mind in the morning. Amir Shakur Speaks. And I used to say the sharpest mind on urban radio. We can go with that, but you know what? I'm gonna claim my bragging rights. The sharpest mind in the morning. And if you don't like it, write your congressman. Let's get into it. So today we want to look at the headlines that you missed while you were asleep last night. And yes, we're gonna go ahead and do our house cleaning and our housekeeping. So here's the thing. If you're online, come on to the Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel and on YouTube, or you can go to Facebook. If you want to comment, come on in. And hey, our VIPs already in the house. Thank you for Miss Ramona and some of the VIPs. Hey, listen, I ain't afraid to call out my people by name. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Hey, listen, good morning, Ramona. Good morning, all of the VIPs. And hey, thank you for joining the show. We love y'all. And again, if you want to join Ramona and some of the other folks in the chat room, just come on into the chat on Amir Shakur Speaks broadcast channel. And we love to have you. So let's put it in order, the headlines, and let's discuss what's going on around the country. And we're gonna come with good energy. I know the news cycle is tough a lot of times, but we want to be pretty positive. So I guess the lead-off story is Mr. Trump. Let me see if I can get a better. Let me give you a better one. Okay, there we go. We had to enlarge that. Thanks, folks. So Mr. Trump is oh my goodness. Mr. Trump has signaled a potential end to the month-long standoff in this military campaign, or lack thereof, against Iran following the conflict that began on February 28th, right? The administration is now shifting towards a diplomatic resolution. That the situation sometimes was made to be volatile, but wondering how volatile it is. And it's a shame. It's a shame. The shift in the series of statements that were made by President Trump in announcing that forces would likely end operations in Iran very soon, suggesting a timeline about 2-3 weeks, somewhere along that nature. But the Strait of Hormuz compromise is one of the major shifts that brought about this change in the rhetoric for many of the pundits who have observed Mr. Trump, and the escalation, I should say, appeared to come around, for lack of the better use of the words. I'm kind of I'm speechless, to say the least. But reports indicate that Mr. Trump is willing to end the war even if the Strait of Hormuz remains partially blocked, which, that is a factor that should cause alarm to everyone, because it's causing a lot of Americans' pocketbooks to go high with these high petroleum prices. So let's see what it is. And I'm just at a loss of words. But because I'm at a loss for words, we're gonna go to the screen, and then I'll go to a clip, and then maybe we'll come. Maybe I could find the words. So give us a second while we're waiting on that clip to come up, fellas, folks, guys, girls, and everything in between. So give me a second, and we'll go ahead and add that to the screen. And waiting on that clip. Okay, we got it. We got it. We got it right here. And let's see what our favorite, one of our, well, some people's favorite, I should say, is up to. Here we go.
Of the war in Iran coming to an end. That's what Donald Trump suggested on Tuesday, but he said US forces still had some work to do.
But we're finishing the job, and I think within maybe 2 weeks, maybe a couple of days longer to do the job. But we want to knock out every single thing they have. Now, it's possible that we'll make a deal before that, because we'll hit bridges. And we've hit some. We'll hit some bridges. We've got a couple of nice bridges in mind.
But Trump also said the US would not take responsibility for securing the Strait of Hormuz from Iranian fire, adding that countries who relied upon it should do that. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced on X that Trump would give an address to the nation on Wednesday night with an update on Iran. Tehran, for its part, wants an end to the war on certain conditions, as President Masoud Pezeshkian told European Council President Antonio Costa in a phone call.
We have the necessary will to end this conflict, provided that essential conditions are met, especially the guarantees required to prevent repetition of the aggression.
Trump also said the US could end the war without coming to a deal with Tehran, though it is still not clear if any negotiations between the two countries had taken place. Washington may also have to contend with Israel's conflicting aspirations regarding the war, with Benjamin Netanyahu determined not to finish before crushing the Iranian regime.
All right. Little bit at a loss for words, I said, but I won't be. If you're just joining us, we're pretty much going through our first feature stories about Mr. Trump saying that the war in Iran may end, and I don't even call it a war, I call it an escalation. But his focus in the White House administration is saying the job is finished. And we've seen this before with the President J.W. Bush, job well done, and the job wasn't well done. Well, the White House claims that the job of degrading Iran's military infrastructure is nearly complete. U.S. and illustration forces with Israel as well are saying that they struck over 13,000 targets, allegedly destroying 80% of Iran's air defense systems and 92% of its largest naval vessels. I got a question. I wonder, does Iran know that happened? Hey, listen, it's cold out here, and the bottom line is I'm being facetious, but I mean the misinformation and propaganda is at an all-time high, and I'm wondering, could this be a face-saving move when the war didn't go where we wanted to go number? We've seen this number before, but anyway, economic and domestic pressure on gas prices continues to be high regardless, and we would hope that there would be some kind of negotiation or white flag thrown down, because my pocketbook needs a white flag. Okay, so on Monday, the U.S. national average for gasoline crossed $4 a gallon for the first time in over 3 years, putting a significant political pressure on the administration to de-escalate, right? And market reaction, global oil prices dropped below $100 per barrel following the president's comment. So, I mean, anytime he says something that's a resemblance of something good, then, it de-escalates. But, it's a rough road for the Trump administration, and they're being shut down in every way possible, including shutting it down from the American public. Trump's approval rating has sinked in the sewer. It's not even in the toilet, it's in the sewer. So, what does that tell you? And we've talked about it in the past. We'll leave well enough alone. But this 15-point peace plan and negotiation talks, or according to the Trump administration, are ongoing during the wind down. And formal peace treaty has not been signed by Iran, and they rejected this 15-point plan. So again, I'm wondering, is the Iranian administration getting this information? And if it is true that this escalation is winding down, many of the pundits say that this would be the most embarrassing military escalation, probably in a better part of 100 years or more, or in U.S. history, period. So the Trump administration owns it. Congratulations Great job. Hold on. Let me do that right. Congratulations, Mr. Trump. Great job, sir. Great job. You're going down in history in a lot of ways. So we are looking for diplomatic negotiations and gotta do something with that gas. So there you go. What gives? What do you guys think? Hey, one of my favorites in the VIP club. She's a VIP structure, Miss Beth McBride. Low approval rating because he says too much. Okay, yeah. Well, I agree. Thank you for that. And yes, thank you for reminding me. Canada and the UK. Hey, we're growing. And maybe, Al Jazeera. We broadcast on Al Jazeera now, so I'm so happy. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to show this to you tomorrow as well. But we just passed 95 going to 100,000 views. So thank you for that, Ramona. And here's a question. How can Trump just wage war and I'm going to end the war? I'm sure that Iran is angry and hates the United States because his bullying actions are crazy. Okay, let's talk about that. Not only does Iran hate the war, but the disposition of American allies in our global relationship has changed around the world. And not only has it changed, but it's been compromised in a lot of ways. So let me just give you this major visual and paint it for you. And while I'm speaking about the logistics of it. The logistics of it is as follows. We are in a new world order, and it's not subjective. It's definitely the opinion of not just the American pundits, the American leadership, but global and international leadership. The dollar has been weakened. We no longer can look forward, at least not for the foreseeable future, as far as the Strait of Hormuz. So we have to find other ways to get oil. There's a lack of trust with American allies internationally, so we don't have the level of support. So if there were an military escalation, maybe somewhere else in the world, maybe Russia did something, I don't think that it would be questionable whether we would get the support, and if we did, then it would be reluctant at best. So, the decision is being held by the Trump administration, probably by themselves, as a victory for the public, the American public. But I don't think that anyone else will be at the party taking a victory lap with them. And not to mention, Mr. Trump has been endangering the troops through his BS. We can't say on open media what BS is, but we can imagine, right? All right. Okay. So with that in mind, listen, if you guys got an opinion, your voice matters, stand up and speak out. Come on. You guys know how we do. Don't be afraid, because, this is a time where you can't be a neutron. If you're on the fence, then, you're not helping. If you don't have an opinion, you're not helping. If you have an opinion and you don't formulate it and we need to hear it, then you're not helping. So send it to Amir Shakur Speaks at gmail.com. I'm going to start reading opinions. I'm going to start reading some of the emails that I'm getting. I'm getting emails, y'all. See that? I'm getting emails from my 95 to 100,000 viewers. And I mean, we're going through 5,000 a week. Not bad for a sophomore. But hey, we're growing. Amir Shakur Speaks. Hey, anyway. So if you got any information, please send it in. And, you got a voice in the matter. And I love to hear your voice. And join our VIP club members every morning and our special evening shows. And I'll share it. All right. So with that in mind, let me remove that. That's a little bit of a headache, y'all. So let's talk about the nation at the crossroads. And the next story that I want to bring is this one right here. So it looks like Mr. Trump is not getting a break going into April, and the U.S. federal judge Rudolph Moss, let me get his name right, Rudolph, issued a significant ruling backing a 2025 executive order saying that President Trump that sought to eliminate all federal funding for National Public Radio, NPR, and PBS. And, hey, I'm a big NPR fan, me being who I am. So the decision is held as a major First Amendment victory for public media, and through its immediate financial impact remains complex due to the actions taken by Congress. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But if you're just joining, our second feature, the lead off, is about Mr. Trump and another federal judge who's he's getting shut down a lot lately with a lot of his decisions. And they're saying, hey, no go. You can't take public funding away from public radio, which is National Public Radio, NPR, and PBS. And I'm a big fan of open air. If you guys watch that listen to that on NPR, I am. I do. So hey, it's one of the radio shows that I still listen to. So hey, especially on the drive. So I want to share your thoughts, but let's look at the clip and let's hear what's going on while I'm waiting on the clip to come up. I just want, if you're just joining us, a federal judge rules that the order ending the shutdown, not the shutdown, but the funding takeaway from, I guess on Trump's part in the administration, it was a shutdown, right? Anyway, ending NPR and PBS funding was unconstitutional. So they're saying, hey, no go, get your hands off of NPR and PBS. So let's look and see what's going on. We'll go to the clip.
A federal judge has agreed to permanently block the Trump administration from implementing a presidential directive to end federal funding for National Public Radio and the Public Broadcasting Service. A U.S. district judge ruled Tuesday that President Donald Trump's executive order to cease funding for NPR and PBS is unlawful and unenforceable. The judge says the First Amendment right to free speech, quote, does not tolerate viewpoint discrimination and retaliation of this type. Last year, Trump said at a news conference that he would love to defund NPR and PBS.
I would love to do that. I think it's very unfair. It's been very biased for the whole group. A whole group of them.
NPR claims the Republican president wants to punish it for the content of its journalism.
So if you're just joining us on this, got to look at the horizon, the beautiful horizon. There y'all go, and let you look at that for a second. Pulling up the next. Go ahead and beautiful Chicago, the horizon from this morning. I love it. I love it. Anyway, if you're just joining us, the leadoff story is NPR funding by Mr. Trump was taken away, but now it's been restored by federal Judge Moss. And he ruled that the executive order titled Ending Taxpayer Subsidization of Biased Media, that was the Trump, that's what they called it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull that up so you guys can get a whiff of this. It is crazy. And then we'll go to your comments because I really want to know what you guys think. But this is what the Trump organization, their administration, I should say organization, Ending Taxpayer Subsidization of Biased Media. As an independent broadcaster, I'm going to say this is a victory for all. But, that's a lot to take in. So, he noted that Judge Moss noted that the targeted entities, because of the president's disapproval of their editorial comment, they were targeted. So he's saying, he didn't like, them reporting his mess all day long and twice on Sunday. So he, ended their funding like he tried to do with Jimmy Kimmel and he tried to do with, a lot of the other late night pundits. And, The court certified that while the government has broad authority over spending, it cannot use its power to punish or suppress disfavored expression, right? I like that. I like that. Judge Moss is on point, and let me put that in there, and then we're gonna go to your comments. Let me put that on the comments line. So there we go. So the court certified that while the government has broad authority over spending, it cannot use that power to punish or suppress disfavored expression. Let's frame that. Let's frame that, everyone. So, what do you guys got to say about it? What's your opinion? That federal funding can be used for other programs than for war, wasting taxpayers' money and all these weapons is crazy. Yeah. And Trump probably probably dislikes opinions on NPR. Let's not say probably. Let's say he really does. And if I was doing a lot of crazy things out there in the news cycle, and these guys are on me, I'm probably going to try to shut them out. But it's not. This is not the American way. And in all seriousness, folks, the ruling puts things back to the balance of where they should be with NPR and PBS. The ruling is really the context of what should be done in the Constitution of America. And the ruling is a legal win. It doesn't automatically restore funding, I should say. But, the future impact ensures that NPR, PBS, and other member stations remain eligible for the federal grants in the future. And I believe that they'll get restored. Oh, by the way, the reaction from the NPR CEO, Catherine Maurer called the ruling a decisive affirmation of the independent press. And let me post that. I like that. And we're going to capitalize off that. And here we go. There we go. NPR CEO Catherine Maurer called the ruling a decisive affirmation of the rights of free and independent press. The American way, it's free speech. And yeah, he does dislike the opinions, but you just can't, hey, if I can't go into your bank account if I don't like you and say, hey, I'm taking everything out of your bank account because I don't like you. And if that were the case, there'd be a lot of broke people out here, especially on my behalf. But hey, I'm not gonna go. We're not gonna go there now. We're gonna be nice today. The White House shut down. The White House is shut down on NPR. It's over with if you're just joining us. And, it's still a small battle, but going forward, they can no longer take any federal funding from NPR and PBS. So, and then the White House's spokesman, Abigail Jackson, said the dismissed decision is a ridiculous ruling by an activist judge. I'm going to post this, y'all. Y'all got to see this. I'm going to post this because the foolishness is at an all-time buffoonery level high. White House spokesman Abigail Jackson dismissed the decision as a ridiculous ruling by an activist judge, indicating that the administration, look, I'm getting tongue twisted, intends to appeal. Okay. Appeal on, y'all. Appeal on. So, all right. So we're going to get to my favorite. We're at 25 minutes past into the show, and I'm going to get to my favorite. And before I even get there, listen, like, subscribe, and share. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what? I'm going to get some new words. I got to get these words because I always get tongue twisted. I guess it's the share and subscribe. Maybe if I move my head when I'm saying it, it'd be something. Anyway, you guys know I'm crazy. All right. Just come on into the chat, too. We want to hear your voice, okay? Got a call to action, y'all. This is the call to action. And it's a part of every show, the CTA. So, we don't want to just spread the news. We want to change it. There's local decisions about issues going on. There's affordable housing happening right now, which, we need to talk about all around the country. We got Philly happening now, who's following us. We got New York. We got, California. So the call to action today is, the instruction today is based upon us getting into our new show. This will be a permanent piece of our call to action, and that's based upon this piece, which I am going to instruct all of my groups and the news media outlets to put this up. We are joining the Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and we're going to be showing the plight of these missing children, who an estimated 2,300 children are reported missing every day in the United States of America. And the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children offers a 24-hour hotline at 1-800-THE-LOST, which is 1-800-843-5678, to report these cases or provide information. Immediate actions for missing children should include. Let's post the number, and then we will go to some to do things that you can do if your child is lost or you see a lost child. It's right at 800-843-5678. that comes out to 1-800-THE-LOST. And I'd like to know what you guys think, but this will be a permanent part of our show. So we're going to have this one, and we're going to join their agenda and fight on the ground for missing children. So what are some of the things that you guys can do with lost children, or if you find lost children, and, or if you have a child that's lost or been missing or, abducted? Some of the key resources include, there's a searchable database with the center here with active cases, and we'll start showing those, as well as Amber Alerts. There's also an FBI kidnapping and missing persons federal database for just the high at-risk people, including the Illinois persons, localized information on missing children in Illinois, Chicagoland, and that's there too. So if a child goes missing, one of the things you should do, and I just wanna put this up, and again, your feedback is good, especially when it comes to things like this. But if a child goes missing, let's do this. Let's immediately call 911. If a child goes missing, report the missing child to local law enforcement, we should say, because that's the first thing. There used to be a 24-hour hotline type or 24-hour wait thing, but that's no longer in effect. And obviously, all the way up until that point, even before, you just want to submit you want to check closets, check areas, check laundry, check everywhere. If you got a laundry room, just check everywhere. Search the immediate area. Check closets, appliances, laundry, but just check, because sometimes kids hide and that sort of thing, but we won't ever dismiss it as a joke. And the other thing that you can do is, like I said before, don't wait that 24 hours, y'all. Don't wait that 24 hours. So let's do this. Let's call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It's 1-800-THE-LOST, and after notifying the police, you want to call the police first. Don't wait 24 hours. There's no waiting period to report a child missing, okay? So that's it. And we are joining. I want to put that up big time. We're joining the effort with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. I think it's a worthwhile effort, and you'll start seeing these faces who are in danger every day going forward. All right. So that is that. And one more time, and I'll go ahead and remove that. And then I'll give Beth that beautiful horizon picture that she saw. She said Chicago is a beautiful city. Right. It is. And after that, we definitely need some beauty. We definitely need to capture in our news cycle. So all right, so where are we at now, folks? Well, if you haven't subscribed to the Amir Shakur Speaks morning show, 8 to 9 every morning, please feel free to do so. I just wanted to plug that again, and there you go. And our last segment of the day is, y'all know what it is, a picture can tell 1,000 words, and this is a daily segment which we started. And here's the thing: if you guys have anything you want to say, anything you want to show, anything you want to address, this is a picture can tell 1,000 words. And send that to Amir Shakur Speaks at gmail.com. And we're going to get to the picture, but again, it could be a birthday party. It could be, this is my time and our time to celebrate you. And, if your husband, has a birthday today, hey, get him on. Let's get him on and let's talk to him. Hey, let's wake him up out of bed, that sort of thing, because, we got to be about the people. So this particular one is going to be from, and I got to find it in my notes. It's gonna be from the picture can tell 1,000 words. Here it is. There it is. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and give them an applause. This is the Bulldogs. Give them an applause. All right. The Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are my alma mater, South Suburban College. The Bulldogs captured their 14th regional championship program after defeating Rock Valley College in 74 to 70 Midwest Region 4B District Championship. With this victory, the team has advanced to the NJCAA Division and that'll be in Danville, Illinois. So the Bulldogs are from South Suburban College, my alma mater, and I'm going to say congratulations to the Bulldogs. Go ahead, Bulldogs. That's what I'm talking about. And, I haven't seen y'all games, but I will come and support y'all, especially if, I might come up to Danville. Maybe we can do a report about it. But, hey, congrats to the Bulldogs once again. Give them a round of applause. All right. So, all right, guys, listen, end of our show today, and in closing, I just want to say what it's all about. It's about conversations getting started. I'm Amir Shakur, and I've been locked into this morning show, crazy as hell as I am, and it's a daily source for truth, the vision, and the blueprint for what's next. So before you go, remember, leadership isn't about a title, but it's about the impact that you leave behind. So, I can call myself a leader, but I think we use that word too sparingly, or too generously, and we got to use it more sparingly. I should say, everybody's a leader that, shouldn't be called a leader, but, they might be a leader in their own mind. Anyway, the impact that you've left behind is what it's about. And we're building more than just the broadcast here. We're building a global movement rooted in transparency and accountability. So the courage to speak up is where it matters the most, and that's what it is. We're getting the word out there. And then as a global influencer in the influencer community, it's all about staying focused and being the influencer that the world needs. So I say stay focused, stay driven, and I'd also say, stay vocal. I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning. Until then, keep pushing, keep growing, and keep it real. I'm Amir Shakur, and let's see. Hold on. Congratulations, Bulldogs. That's what's up. Yep. Us influencers, Beth, us advocates, influencers. And like Ramona, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and share. And one more encourager. Okay. We encouragers. So listen, let's keep doing the good work. Follow us tomorrow morning for the show. Same bat time, same bat channel. What time is that? That's going to be at 8 p.m. And I'm out, and y'all be cool and have a great one, and peace.